Hello everyone, we're back and we are ready to continue on our adventure of waving at the gnome, as we do, as we should. And we are going to actually go to the Nestingwary camp that we looked at one point right here and do that next. Ow. And Warlock. And speaking of warlocks, and we're going to do that. And that's the goal for this video, and to talk more about Shadowlands and how much of a terrible expansion it's going to start off as, but probably get better as you get later on down the line. Maybe. You know, it's one of those things like maybe. Who knows? Maybe Shadowlands could never recover from its initial start. It feels like, you know, they might be adding like way too much to the game, and it's like you're already starting off like you're already coming out the gate swinging with like new abilities, soul binds, soul conduits. Oh yeah, that's right. I get new staff from here. Good. And you know, you get soul binds, soul conduits. Wow, this is a lot of crystals.
Hey there. Be careful.
And you get soul binds and soul conduits and all that kind of stuff. And it's just like it's already too much. Like you're adding. They're basically adding everything that usually gets added through an expansion. So like for instance, like in like 8.0 it was just the Azurite neck and the Azurite traits, and that wasn't very good. And then in 8.2 Blizzard added the what they add? They added the neck essences, and those weren't very good either. That didn't fix the system. That actually made the system worse. And it made it a lot worse for people who wanted to play alts and all that kind of stuff. And it was like, oh, yeah, you know, I want to play alts, and I didn't play alts until they added the quote unquote heirloom, or the BOA bind on account essences, right? Like I say bind on account because that's what they should have done. They should have just been activated across all accounts, but they didn't. And instead they were like, oh yeah, you go to mother with these, you know, this essence and be able to buy them. And it was like, that's, you know, that's cool. It should have just been unlocked via, it should just all have been account bound. Like if you had it, you had it. You didn't need to worry about it because it was already a pretty strenuous grind, and you know, a lot of people didn't like that, and it was just one of those things that just never ended. It just felt like you were always grinding. Even like with artifact weapons, it felt like there was a good stopping point, and you're like, ah, finally. And it's like now, obviously now neck leveling doesn't matter at all because it's, you know, it's useless now it doesn't matter, right? And then like 8.3 they added a new system and they called it corruption, and it was like, no, and that replaced something they took out of the game when they should have just, I mean, I get it. People don't like boring loot, but boring loot makes the game work. Like, it makes the game much easier to understand, and you don't need like, you know, and classes, you know, they just need to play similar. Like, there doesn't need to be huge amounts of RNG difference. If a high-end raider wants to pop off and do really good, he should be able to. He shouldn't have to rely on broken-ass systems to make him do good damage. Right? Like player A, if they actually put time into the class and understand the class, they should pop off. Right? And if player B just, you know, wants to be like if player B wants to be like a LFR hero and auto attack all day, then let him. Like, he's never going to improve on the game, but he's still going to give you money. Like, either way, you should just be like, yeah, he's giving us money. Why does it matter? You know, either way, both of them give you money, but the Mythic Raider is more likely to quit than the casual player, which is probably why they designed the game around casual players, because the Mythic Raiders, you know, more likely to quit the game when the game isn't fun for them, and then they don't come back because they're like, I don't want to play this game anymore because there's so much RNG involved. And, you know, every time the servers seem to go live on like a patch day or like any day, it's just like they just crash. It's like, what's going on here? You know, even like really pre-patch, obviously you're expecting it to crash and stuff like that, and on a patch day, but like every time I see Final Fantasy have like a new patch day, the server is just stable all the time, and I'm pretty sure it's the same amount of people that are around playing Final Fantasy and WoW. Like it's the same in terms of groups, right? Like you probably have the same. I bet you now, WoW and Final Fantasy have the same subscribers. We don't know because people don't talk about that. Because they don't want to talk about it. Because then people go, hey, your game is dying. And investors go, hey, at one point in life, you had like 20 million or like 15 million subscribers. And now you have like 5. What happened? It was like, well, you made some bad design decisions. The game aged. People changed their lives. But obviously, mainly because they made bad design decisions. And some people quit Blizzard because, Blizzard isn't the best company, but what company isn't shady, and stuff like that. Now, would I defend Blizzard? Oh, hell no. They've made some real shit stinkers in this game. Like definitely BFA was the real, this is terrible. Like Warlords, it was like, you could raid log, and I was like, that's cool with me. And you could log in, make a bunch of gold, log out. Like that. That's like the ultimate thing right there. And then Blizzard was like, no. You can't have that. I was like, that's not fun and engaging. It was like unengaging for me. I got to play raid. I didn't have to worry about doing 30 different mythic pluses or I didn't have to worry about doing 30 different mythic pluses. I think I need to be out of stealth because I think the Panthers attack from stealth. And, and then it was Warlords did have mythic, right? They had mythic dungeons. It was the first time they added it, but they still had they had mythic dungeons in Warlords. Yeah, because I remember that because there was a trinket my hunter needed and a couple of our hunters needed it and we never got it. And it was we ran it so many times a week and it was just I don't want to play this. It was just this sucks. And it was in Legion when they announced oh great, that means there's going to be trinkets that are going to basically be required. And I don't think there ever really. Oh, look at that. I don't think there ever really was a trinket that was so broken in Mythic Plus early on. Even in BFA, I don't think there was a trinket that was required for raiding as a warlock from. Well, there was. It did come from raiding. It came from Azura, and I got a mythic one, and then I sold it. But I sold it a week before pre-patch because I didn't realize it wasn't equipped. But I still had my normal one equipped or my heroic one equipped, whatever. And it was I had a well. And at that point, because I was already gonna re-roll, I didn't bother wasting the and even now in pre-patch the trinkets garbage, and it's not a good trinket now, and so it's again I didn't waste the time to. I'm attacking me. So, there you are, and it's I didn't waste the time to go back and get the mythic version of that trinket because now it's now people are using the raw den trinket and some crafted trinket. So it's oh, I'll just use those. And it's okay, that's it. That's that's all I needed. And stuff like that. And it's okay. And now I do decent damage, but I think a warlock is just missing stuff. A lot of people are missing the next ranked abilities and stuff like that. But, it's pre-patch. Damage doesn't matter in pre-patch. Actually, damage doesn't matter in general. If you're one of those people who, want to always orange and purple parse, you're hurting your raid team. You really are. And you need to realize that blue and green parses kill bosses. Not orange and purple. People who are doing orange and purple, they're oh, there you are. They're doing their own thing. They know ways of scumbagging and they're obviously stupid geared and they have the best luck in the world. And stuff like that. That guy's mining. And they have there's another one. Where is it? There he is. I can't have to wait for these things to spawn. They're waiting for gear and they've got the best in slot gear where some people don't have that luck, I guess. I should just like shred Ferocious Bite. I wonder if I should take, what was it? I think it was Sabretooth. I should probably just take this. Just because it does 20% more damage. And alright. Hello. Jungle Panthers. You're all in stealth for some reason, so I have to run around basically naked. Hello. You know? And it's like... And, you know, it's crazy. So, you know, it's... pre-patch has been fine. Like, granted, the first day it was kind of iffy, but I think a lot of people have seen the pre-patch and they're just like, all right, there's nothing here, I gotta move on. And it's like, not true. Like, they've delayed the Scourge invasion for probably just to make sure the servers are stable, and they kept it delayed, and they decided to, there's one. Hello. And you know, they kept it delayed that way they could make sure the servers are stable, and then once the servers are stable, they bring in the Scourge invasion, and they bring up the Scourge invasion, and then it's like people will log in, they'll experience it probably for a week or two, and then they'll just log out and wait for Shadowlands. That's what most people do, right? They're like, well, I don't really want to play right now because what's the point? There's no reason to play. I play just to see the changes, and then it's like I've been playing on beta all these weeks and months, and it's like, oh, this ain't half. It's I don't know how I feel about it. I honestly feel like they could do better. Like, they really could. I saw one just spawn right there, and I feel like they could do better with Shadowlands. And it would be really nice if they could. It'd be even better if they could delay it till 2021 into early 2021, but they won't because they can't, because they'll lose even more players. And I think some countries will allow them to refund the game because they promised a product at this date, but it's not going to arrive on this date, and it's not going to be that product. Those people can get refunds, and Blizzard will lose money, and that sucks. And I don't want to see Blizzard lose money because they have to delay their game to make it slightly better. And to all those people who are like, oh, I gotta refund this game because Blizzard promised me it'd come out, it's like, I would rather the game come out good than come out buggy, broken, unbalanced mess, and then it be balanced a year and a half later and be like, you're just too late. like it's just too late. It's just like, you know, it's just like, for me, it's all about first impressions, right? Like, when I get betas, I like, if the beta impresses me, which Shadowlands leveling, I liked it. I enjoyed it. I was like, well, this ain't bad. And then it was like, they changed it, and then it became like terrible, and it wasn't working. And then now they think they changed it again. And I haven't gone and tried it yet. Just because I just really haven't felt like it. And just, they've wiped characters 2 times now. And I should go back and check it out and see how it is, and then give my thoughts on it and stuff like that. That's probably something I need to do anyways. I guess I'm waiting for more of a release date, because I have a feeling it's going to come out end of November, which would be great. If it came out like mid-December, that would be fine. And then they delay 3 more Young Panthers, man. They delay it, and then they delay the raids till after the holidays, which would be great. And then a lot of people who raid won't get any young Panthers around here. Rar rar. And and the game can have some time to heal, and they can balance their game a lot better, and potentially completely change the Covenant system, and then take those resources from the Covenant system and make better content for the game. Like, they can focus on Torghast. Like, Torghast is potentially really good. That's the one thing that kind of wowed me. I was like, this is fun. Like, they took the idea of Palace of the Dead from Final Fantasy and was like, watch this. And then they did that, and it was like, whoa, that's actually pretty cool. And I liked Palace of the Dead from Final Fantasy. I liked it for leveling, but it was nice. It was pretty cool. And I attempted to do it solo. I didn't get very far. I think I died a lot. I think I attempted to do it solo at one point in life because gear like gear didn't matter, and your level didn't matter because you were scaled down to level 60 anyways, or you were level 60 because I think it was added in Heavensward. And you know, Torghast potentially has that option of just an unlimited lifespan. Like it could like never die. Right? It could always be that thing that people keep playing and push themselves to get farther because it's endless, you know, or get to the final floor and beat the thing, right? And that's what I think that's what they're trying to do with it. Is they're definitely look like they're locking it to legendaries, right? They're making you do this to get legendaries, which you know sucks. And fine, whatever. I would prefer I'd honestly prefer if legendaries weren't you know locked behind anything or wouldn't even have legendaries. Like I don't think we need these. Everybody needs a legendary item every expansion. We've had it since MOP. Like it was like MOP. It was a cool idea. It was unique in MOP where it was like you get this sweet ass cloak that does this sweet ass thing. I was like, cool. I like that. That sounds like fun. I'll take it. And then you got the ring in Warlords, and that's when Blizzard started getting kind of lazy, and it was like Warlords. I was like, okay, hey Panther. No, I'm not helping you with that one. Nice try, guy. Oh, now I gotta hunt 10 panthers. Okay, well, I guess I'm going over there. I'm gonna just run around and talk. Yeah. I got about 15 minutes left. I have a timer. I think I said that at the end of the last video, but now I have a timer in my videos, which is really cool. I literally opened up Google and I went stopwatch, and it was like Google was just like, yo, I got one right here for you. I was like, thanks, man. So now I have a timer. So now I don't have to look over at my other monitor to make sure. Now I look over every once in a while to make sure I'm still recording and capturing out it like I just did there, because I jinxed myself and wait, let me look, and you know, stuff like that. Because sometimes like you'd be recording and it would be like you never hit record. It's like, how did I not do that? Like it's like, how did I not hit record? You know, you feel so silly and you're like, oh man, I'm embarrassed. Well, I guess I gotta explain what happened. And you just put up the gameplay and it's just like, hey guys, okay. You know, he's just like, hey guys, I didn't put audio in these, so here's what happened, blah 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 blah, and you know, stuff like that. Like it's like one of those things where you're like playing a game, but like the way I do it though is I record. Thankfully, I record with OBS, and with yes, with OBS, it does a good job. Like I use it, and that way also it automatically splits my audio from my different channels. So you know, I have my microphone, and then I have the gameplay sound, and it splits them into different channels, and it makes it easier for turning them up, turning them down, and being able to edit them and balance the audio and make sure one game isn't louder or my voice isn't like ear shattering bustling or you know, like stupid quiet, like, hey guys, welcome to Warlord. It's, you know, shit like that. And it's like, you know, it's not like quiet and nice. I can go to Moonglade now. Cool. Because I got to teleport Moonglade. I don't know, whatever. I'll never go there. Well, unless I want to do like the Cataclysm zones, right? Because I am technically leveling in Cataclysm. I think I locked that at 30. So maybe we go do I don't want to do Hyjal. No, Oldham. No, I don't like Oldham. Too deserty. I could do Veggier. I hate that place. I'll probably just do wherever the game takes me. Like I said, wherever the game takes me, I go. That is. I'm following the game. I'm just here to talk and hang out with you guys and chat it up and make sure everyone's smiling at the end of 2020, because that is my goal. I have decided that is my new goal. I'll make sure people smile, people laugh, and you know, make sure that I myself smile and laugh, because 2020 can end with a nice bang. Like, I really mean it. Like, there's so many good video games that come out, and I don't want to help the people escape from the real world, because the real world sucks. But it's one of those things. It's like sometimes you need to deal with shit in your life, and you got to do it. If you never do it, then and you just sit there and use video games as a way to escape, you'll actually never get better. You'll actually, I think, get worse. You'll become antisocial, and like I have. Like I'm in a perfect example. Like I used video games to escape this year, and instead I just became antisocial. I didn't really talk to anybody, and I lost a lot of my friends for it. And I decided that when I talked to some of them, you know, they were like, you need to move on and get better and get help and get healthy. And I was like, you guys are right. And they all said that if I did change, potentially I could hang out with them again. And it was like an eye-opening experience. And I was like, I got to do this. Like I have to change my life. And I wasn't happy with myself. And obviously I'm trying to do things that I've always wanted to do. Does it make me feel better? Yeah. The other day or yesterday, I uploaded part 1 of the video and I got a comment and it was like, oh, that's so cool. And, you know, I said, thank you. I'll try my best. And I liked the comment. I was like, that's really cool. And, you know, the video got 3 views and it was like, but I'm happy with that. I'm happy that like that video got a comment and like 3 views. It's like, yeah, awesome. And that gives me some high spirits and I'll take it. I'll you know, I'll take it. And this quest is close right here. And, you know, I'll take that and it'd be like high spirits and it feels really good. And it's like, yeah, I'll take that and stuff like that. Am I proud? Yeah. Okay. And I'll take stuff like that. And it's like, ah, that's so awesome. Thank you so much. And it's always appreciated. Even if you leave like a bad comment, it's like, voice was too loud, turn it down. It's like, okay. Or gameplay's too quiet, turn it down. It's like, okay. You know, that's what feedback is for. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to get the balance going for everyone, right? Or it's like, you know, maybe sometimes, you know, because sometimes the gameplay can be louder than the voice. And usually you want the voice to be louder than the gameplay, right? Like maybe, like, I don't know. I guess it depends on the game. Like something like World of Warcraft, I could totally see like the voice being louder than the game. Because there's always sound going on and there's not really much story going on because we're playing in Cataclysm where people don't really talk all that much, you know? And it's like stuff like that. You know, people don't really like talk all that much and stuff. And it's like, yeah, that's true. But I super happy for that. And then I think I got like a comment like 4 a.m. from somebody and I tried to look it up, but it was like, I guess he deleted it or something. And I was like, no, man, a comment, but that's fine. I mean, I'll take it. Like it was there at one point and now it's not. I don't know, unless it's YouTube being YouTube and just like, you know, unless he deleted it because maybe he felt bad that he's promoting his channel. It's like, that's fine. Like if you're like, hey man, you know, check out my stuff too. I willing to. Like I'm not gonna be like, no, my channel, you can't promote your channel. No, go ahead, promote your channel. Like that's totally fine. Like I'll look at it, and if it's not content I like if you're like, I'm a political channel, I'll be like, yeah, fuck you, get out. But if you're like a gaming channel, yeah, I'll check you out because I love gaming. Like if you're like a channel that's like, yo, I do news, I was like, oh dude, I love gaming news. Like I watch so many different channels for gaming news to get different opinions from people. Like I watch Bellier, I watch Killa HD. What was his? I think his name is like Killa HD or something like that. Or Angry Joe Show, or there's one other person. No, I think it's those 3. I watch those 3 for like gaming news. And one guy covers all the Cyberpunk stuff, and it's like, cool. If I miss something, I watch it because Cyberpunk, I'm so looking forward to that game, and I can't wait. And it feels like time has finally slowed down. It was like time has been so slow. It was like, you know, it got delayed earlier this year, and it was like the one game we needed to escape from this world. And it was like, no, and it's like, but I want to make sure, because that's like a month away, right? It's like, it's not like quite a month away, but it's pretty far away. I want to make sure that by that time Cyberpunk comes out, I'm in high spirits, and maybe I've gotten my community for these channels to grow, for my Twitch and YouTube. I want to try and do both. It'll be taxing, but it's something I want to do, and it's going to keep me busy, and then I won't worry about my friends and just have to like message them and be like, hey, you guys doing okay? And then, you know, them removing me and blocking me because I didn't listen to them. And it's like, I need to listen to these people. These people are my friends and I respect them, and I have mad respect for all of them, and I need to listen to them. I need to not become who I've became and change. You know, I want to, like, a long time ago, before I broke up with my ex I dated for 10 years, I was a caring, kind person. I helped everyone and anyone with their problems. I really did. I stayed up all night with friends. If they couldn't sleep, it was like, I'll stay up. I don't care. Like, why not? You're my friend, right? I think of others before I thought of myself. And then I broke up with my ex, and I had this realization yesterday night. I couldn't really sleep, and I was kind of, I started like a little journals for myself to show my progression via myself and through these videos and through Twitch. And I have 5 minutes. Okay. And it was amazing. And I made a big realization. That wasn't amazing. I made a big realization that I have become someone who I should not have became. I became the ex abuser who abuses people mentally because they're miserable and sad and they just want people to be around them because they don't want to be alone and stuff like that. And I was like, you know what? Fuck that. If I have to be alone for months on end and change my life and get better and get happier and smile again, and I could potentially make new friends in that time and show those new friends that this is who I am, this is not who I was. And even people who subscribe to my channel and follow me on Twitch, you guys are my friends. Everyone is my friend. I'm gonna make sure that I'm not gonna treat anyone differently. Like, no matter who you are, if you're like, well, I just like to watch your videos, I don't want to subscribe, I was like, that's fine. But if you subscribe, you'll know when they go live. There, I'm already being manipulative, but I'm just saying, it's I want to get better. I want to be the kind of person who cares about his life and others' lives again, and not just his life. I want to make sure that obviously you got to do some things for yourself, and you got to do things for others. And if I can accomplish building a community here and on Twitch, I think I'd be the happiest person in my life, and I won't need like a relationship to keep me happy, because I've always felt that way. Like, it's like I just feel like I need to be like I need to be the center of attention of someone, and that was the wrong way to go about it, and that hurt that person because like I made them feel like trash, and it was really bad, and I lost them for that. And and I lost a lot of friends because of that. So I took their advice. I'm getting help, and it's day 2, but I had a realization that I've become the person who I despise the most, and I don't want to be that person. I want to be someone who cares about others, who cares about their feelings, who doesn't hurt people because he's depressed and wants to make everyone depressed around him. He wants to make everyone smile and give everyone a good time. And that's what this YouTube channel is going to do. I'm hoping to give people a good time, good fun, and just like hang out and play video games. Like, even if it's like, hey guys, let's do like a Mythic Plus 2 as a community, which would be probably a terrible idea, because that would, I don't think that'd be like, it's only plus 2. Like I do like 15s like once a week. Like I'm not a big fan of Mythic Plus though, so but yeah, so that's my goal in life. Like, my goal has been set. From now on, I'm not going to try and be sad anymore. I'm going to try and be happy. And there'll be some nights where, yeah, I'm feeling pretty goddamn lonely. That's going to happen. That happens for everybody, not just me. And if I am feeling lonely, I'm going to just do something that cheers me up. Like, if there's a night where I can't sleep, maybe I'll just have like a nice WoW leveling marathon where maybe I'm like 10 levels away or something, and I'm like, let's just go for it. I'm not gonna stay up all night. Like, you shouldn't do that. Healthy sleep is really good for you, but there are nights where I can't sleep. Maybe it's because I'm feeling lonely as fuck or something like that, but whatever. Right? It's just like, it's time to push forward and become better and become a new you. I'm 2 years away from 30, and I'm more miserable than an angsty teenager, and it's like, oh god, think about that. Like, I was a completely different person when I was a teenager. And 2 years ago, I'm a completely different person. And I became someone who I threw out of my life because I was scared to become that person. And I became her anyways. And I don't like that. And I want to change. I don't want to change back to who I was. I want to be someone completely different. I still want to be calm and caring, but I also need to make sure I care about myself too. Because there are times where I didn't care about myself at all. I cared more about others, and I would take time out of my schedule to just hang out with people and be like, hey guys, what's up? You know? And I want to make sure that I take the time to talk to these guys. Hello, I need to talk to you. Right there. And, you know, I'd take time out of my schedule to spend time with them. And if I would do that, that means I would never have time to do anything I want to do. And I would always spend time with them. But that would be what I wanted to do. But now, you know, now I kind of want to do this, right? Would I have time for friends if I did this? Not at first, no. But if I do have friends and they'd like to spend time and hang out with me, if it's okay with them, I would love for them to hang out with me on stream and we could play games together. Like, that'd be like the one thing, right? It'd be like, yo guys, come on stream, let's play some video games, let's have some fun, and let's do all that kind of stuff. And I am 1 minute over my time, but that is okay. We're having a good chat here. But yeah, you know, it's like, you know, you guys want, like, even on YouTube, like if they wanted to hang out on like a video or something, like if someone wanted to like level with me, right, I would do it. I like leveling with people. It makes it fun, it makes it enjoyable, and I think people would like that. And I think people would like that, right? If a friend was like, yeah, come level with me. Like even if it was like, let's level through Shadowlands together. It's like, yeah, sure, you know. I was like, I'll do that, no problem. And then I'd be totally cool with that. Oops. Oh well. Yeah, I'd be like wickedly cool with that. And yeah. I just checked my audio again. You know, it's that one thing that makes you nervous. You're like, oh God, my audio. Oh, my audio. Now I'm gonna finish this quest. Or should I try and finish all these quests? I don't know. There's a lot of quests here. Like it's one of those things. I'm 32 minutes over, and it's like I'm having an internal debate that do I finish these quests, or do I you know. Do I finish these quests, or do I, you know, move on? Ooh. Ah, boo. Put those on the market board for some fat silver. How are my bags doing? All right, they're good. This is one of those things. Oh, my bags are full. No, they're good. But, you know, it's you know, it's time for a change. It's time to make life different, you know. 2020 was an eye-opening year for me. I realized how depressed I still really am, and how I just don't like this year. And do I want it to be over? Well, of course. You know, a new year, new me. But you know what? I'm not gonna wait till January to get better, because by January it'll be like too late. I'll probably be even worse, and it'll take even longer. And if it's like, I figured it's like, fuck it. If I start now, you know, I'll do it. Sorry about the language there. I'll do it. I'll start now. I'll just go for it. And instead of waiting, you know, like most people are like, oh, wait till January to start my new life. It's like, no, fuck that. At this point in age, there is no day. There is no year. It's 2020, but right now in 2020, there's nothing. It's all a congealed mess of just garbage, right? It's been a terrible year. All right, everyone, we're gonna end there. It's been a terrible year. Anyways, we're gonna continue this talk into the next video. Thank everyone. I thank you. I thank myself for pushing and being a better person. And to all the people, thank you for sticking around for this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button. I haven't done this in a couple of videos, so I have to do it. Hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed the talks, thank you for listening. Be sure to leave a comment. Doesn't matter what it is, just as long as it isn't like insert something here of you're a bad person. It's like, yeah, I know that, but no, that's fine too. But it's something that isn't like a blatantly racist or sexist or stupid, like nothing like that. But if you do something like, oh, you know, you're a Teller person, but trying to change your actions, totally fine. Obviously you can talk bad about me, deserve it 100%. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this episode. Hit that subscribe button, ring that bell for when you see these videos go live. Peace.